Well, the first time since 2013, the Wisconsin football team made the trip down to Columbus, Ohio Stadium to take on the Buckeyes. They've met in Indianapolis a couple of times. They've met in Madison, but the first road trip to Central Ohio in some 6 years. We'll check out some of the highlights of Saturday's game between Wisconsin and Ohio State. Another bye week coming up, the second one of the season. We'll get the approach going into the bye from head coach Paul Chryst at our weekly sit-down. All of that and more coming up on today's edition of the Badger Sports Report.
Snap to Fields, under pressure, and he is sacked by Keanu Benton, who came in scot-free as Fields is dropped inside the 25-yard line of Ohio State. They'll mark at the 24. And Cruikshank now in, Wildcat quarterback for Wisconsin. He has Jonathan Taylor to his left. Cruikshank played some quarterback in high school. Straight run. Cruikshank left. 15-20. Outside the numbers 25-30. Cruikshank 35 to the 40-yard line. First down, Wisconsin, as Aaron Cruikshank turns back the clock to the high school days. Wildcat QB, and he runs for a first down to the 42 of Wisconsin. 28 of Ohio State, first and 10. Fields to throw under pressure again, and he gets sacked by Chris Orr inside the 20-yard line. Another sack for Orr, his 9th of the year. They'll mark at the 20-yard line, and that's how the first quarter comes to an end. Three receivers right, two on the left. Snap to Fields, looking under pressure, and he got away from Burks, but he's not getting away from Burks' teammates. Getting there, Henningsen and Loudermilk, as Fields gets drilled. The 5th sack of the game for the Wisconsin defense. They mark at the Ohio State 17. The snap, and they got a piece, I think. It's a shank or a partial block as it goes out of bounds near side at about the 30-yard line of Ohio State. They'll mark at the 30 of the Buckeyes, and here is their chance. At the OSU 26-yard line, Garrett Groshek now in at running back. A.J. Taylor slot to the right. Quintez Cephas is wide to the left. And now Q will motion to the right. Cone calls for the ball, takes the snap, back to throw, lofts it out, right side in coverage. Caught by A.J. Taylor. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Oh, what a pass by Jack Cone. Game on at the Horseshoe.
There was very little space to get this throw into the hands of Taylor. Little or no space, and it was a perfect delivery by Cone and a nice over-the-shoulder catch by A.J. Taylor.
Woo! A.J. just had a one-on-one, and I just put it up there and gave him an opportunity, and he made a great play. The whole team definitely got excited, and we thought we were going to make a run.
We were trying to get some momentum going, and I think that happened there. And I think the message is just, we need stops. We need stops. We need guys to make plays. We need to step up. Like, this is a team where you got to make plays if you want to beat them. So the message was to just make plays and make sure everyone was doing their job.
Left side end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. It's popped loose and it's picked off by Wisconsin all alone. Here's Taylor. He's gone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Ferguson catches at the 40, 35-yard line. Makes a man miss. A big, big win for the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Hy-Vee proudly supports the Wisconsin Badgers. And UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
Winter in Wisconsin, it's a time for going all the way up and throwing down. It's a time for discovering something cool and gathering somewhere warm. Whether you want to spend winter inside, outside, or both, There's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
They are the ones who found a way to isolate a single prostate cancer cell hidden amongst a billion healthy blood cells. The ones pioneering advanced genomic testing in order to create personalized treatment protocols. They are the ones you want to talk to when the diagnosis is prostate cancer. They are the physicians and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
The Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or L Directors Cup on Twitter. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
It's always tough when you lose to anybody. Losing to O State like this, we're putting it all out. Yeah, it definitely hurts, but we just rally around each other and we're just gonna keep fighting.
They're a good team and they have really good players, good coaches, and then when our offense can't stay on the field as long as usual and we're on the field longer, obviously it gets exhausting.
We just didn't really step up in the second half when we needed to, and that's something that we need to do a better job of. It's coming out in the second half and making sure we continue to set the tone. We just got to keep playing with great technique and sound football.
They had a good scheme. They brought different things to us that we didn't see on film. Everyone has a good game plan. Kind of get that vibe now. People are going to do something different against us because we are who we are. We're going to pound the ball. We're going to run it. We thought we came coming in. We had a good game plan, but we'll bounce back from it. We'll be all right.
As we're trying to game plan against what they're doing on film, well, they're bringing stuff at us that we haven't seen them do all year, and that's really hard to game plan against, And I think we need to just really tighten things down and get some plays where we just can run it against anything, And I think that's what we're going to do, and I think we have a really good time for a bye week for all of us to regather and get ready to roll.
There's definitely a lot to play for. This was a tough loss, but this isn't anything that's really that nails us, Everybody's going to take it pretty hard, but we've still got a tremendous amount to play for.
You're trying as a leader, trying to rally the guys, and it doesn't swing your way this game. So now the biggest thing is you're trying to figure out, how am I going to rally the guys again? But we got to let the younger guys understand that we got a bunch of Big Ten West Division games coming up, and they're very important. So we got to make sure the confidence level is high coming off this bye week going into Iowa.
With this bye week coming up, Coach's message was just put this one behind us and really prep this week for Iowa, and then kind of take this time to reflect, and then, like you said, rally call. And I think that's really important.
There's a lot of goals still on the table. At the end of the day, we're just going to continue to keep working, do whatever we got to do, and get ready for Iowa.
I mean, they had some good players. They had a good D-line, and to be able to throw the ball, we've got to be crisp in all situations. And we also got to be able to establish, a running game, and that falls on everybody.
One of the biggest things was they did a great job of, staying stout in the whole, not having any missed assignments. Usually, you get guys looking at a lot of different things, a lot of phony action. They may get out there a gap or something like that. So they did a good job of playing assignment football.
It's hard. Some plays we have Chase Young on the tight end, things like that. But we also had passes where we're setting aggressively because they're supposed to be quick throws, but then people aren't open and stuff, and he's got to hold the ball. That's just, it is what it is. It's a combination of a lot of things. So obviously there's a lot of things we need to work on, and we're going to do that.
We're going to get tougher. So, teams are coming for us, and we're here for it. So I think as long as we, learn from this and get better, I think, we have a good finish of this season going. So.
This is where great things happen, where technology and discovery beautifully intertwine with compassion and care, where patients with the most serious of conditions come for the most successful of treatments. This is where you'll find some of the brightest minds in medicine, changing people's lives for the better. This is UW Health. And yes, this is where great things happen. UW Health. Remarkable.
Winter in Wisconsin, it's a time for going all the way up and throwing down. It's a time for discovering something cool and gathering somewhere warm. Whether you want to spend winter inside, outside, or both, there's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
Fields takes the shotgun snap. Badgers send 4. Fields looking, pressured, sacked by Burks at the 27-yard line. The 4th sack of the first half for the Wisconsin Badgers defense.
Badgers head into the second and final bye week of the regular season, and then it's on to November football. The next game coming up a week from Saturday against the Iowa Hawkeyes. And Paul, coming off a game against Ohio State, going on the road. In the baseball world I live in on a part-time basis, they always talk about even keel. No matter what happens on Saturday, you're going to play again on Sunday, so on and so forth. It's once a week in football, but I think I'm getting a sense that it's a similar approach, because you're coming to work. You don't have a game on Sunday, but you do have to maybe kind of keep a little bit of a level demeanor about you during the course of the season.
Well, I think you absolutely do. And it is different in that, you know, the number of games is so different. You know, baseball is 162, and, you know, we've got 12, and you hope to earn right for more. And yet I think that approach, really, to me, it stems from how can you maximize. They are limited, and you've got 12 game opportunities, and you've heard me say this before, you know, that's what the helmet's guaranteed, but for each individual, that's not even guaranteed. And so how do you make the most out of those moments, those games? And games are clearly the best part. You spend all this time working to play the games. And so I think to rob yourself, for the team to rob itself of one of those 12 opportunities, that would be an injustice. And so it does start on Sunday. And whether you win the game or lose the game, you know, that's what Saturday is for. But I kind of equate it to our players. The best part of the week is playing the game. And it's at the end, you hope that you won, all right? And you know that's not a guarantee, but the fun is in playing the game. And so if you just worried about the score, if all that mattered was the score, the only time you win or lose at the end of the game, you miss the best part of the week. And I think the same could be said for the season. You've got to enjoy, and you get to enjoy playing each game. And I think it's just crucial to start fresh each week. Now you build on and you learn from and hopefully grow throughout it, but each week is its own special opportunity. And to maximize it, you got to be in that week, and only in that week.
Yeah, a long time ago I heard a coach say the biggest game of our season is the next one on the schedule. And as cliche as that sounds, kind of get it, but you have to look at it.
It's so real, and I think people do think it's cliche and probably get tired of hearing about it. And, you know, oh, this is a big game or that was a big game. They're all big. When you go back and look at it, it's no different than when you're playing the game. This is a big play, you know, 3rd and 5. And as the game gets towards the end, yeah, there are some that you think about, but every play matters. And if you go back and look at what was the big play in those games, it was probably play number 12, play number 26, play number whatever. And the same could be said for a season. You know, I remember this was a number of years back, and I think it was Jay Valai, or maybe it was J.J. blocks an extra point against Arizona State. That ends up being a huge factor in where we went bowl-wise, and yet that was early in the season. They are all big, and because they're all big and they all mean so much, you want to maximize it and just be in that window.
That was a one-point game too, right? The Arizona,
21-20,
absolutely,
I think.
Yeah, 2010, I want to say. So yeah, it did matter a lot. And picking up on what you're just talking about too, this when it gets to a bye week, I think, okay, I wonder if this is a great time for self-scouting. Every week, I guess, right? You kind of look back at you're looking at the opponent, but you look at yourself here as well.
You do, and I think you know to me what it gives you is an opportunity. We've got 4 games left, and so what can you do in those next 4 games? And maybe it's someone like a Zach Bond, and okay, he's doing these 2 things well on his pass rush, but maybe what's the one thing that he either hasn't been inconsistent with, or might be a great counter to it. And the same thing on a big scale, you know, are we doing this call-wise in this situation? Okay, what's a good change-up off of it? And I think it's your self-scouting. Again, what can you control the most? It's yourself and your players, and the bye week does give you a little window to, you know, have some time to be a little bit, I don't want to say selfish, but look at yourself, because when you get into the game week, there's so much about the opponent. But I think it's really important to know who are we and what are we doing well, and maybe what's the one thing that we can use to kind of complement what we're doing well. And it gives you a chance to get a jump on, you know, the next 4. They're all Big Ten West opponents. Certainly Iowa's up next, but we're going to play those. So can we get ahead a little bit on each one of those, so when it comes back as a coach, you're like, okay, this is what they were doing earlier in the year. Yep, it fits it. So there's a lot of work to be done.
Can you also get in some good developmental work in the bye week?
You can.
Okay.
You can, and I think any of those windows of opportunity, and then they're looking forward to it because, you know, a lot of the guys that we talk about in the developmental during a game week, you know, they're mimicking, we call them the scout teams, but they're mimicking the opponent. So it is a good chance just to get back to running our things and really helping them grow. It might be an individual period, but whatever that is, it's a good time to get the players that play a lot. We want to have enough and keep them fresh and allow them to work on some of those things we talked about. But then for the younger guys, it's a good chance to get a number of reps with them.
Yeah, final minute here. The whole rest and recovery, all that is measured now, right? You get a lot of data to support, maybe confirm what you're seeing, or maybe tell you what you don't see, right? It's just a lot more sophisticated these days.
There is, and I'm fortunate, you know, the strength staff we got, you know, led by Ross Kalagi, but Sean Snead does a great job with it, and he kind of takes a lot of information, and he helps me, okay, this is what's important. I think you're right, a lot of it is what you're sensing, and it just backs it up. And then there are a few things that do come up where you're like, geez, I didn't realize this, or this is what we thought it would be, and it gives confirmation. So it's been helpful. And especially as you head into the last month, and you appreciate what the team's done, because this month is a big month for us, and you want them to be as fresh as they can be, knowing that 2/3 of the season's already in the books.
The Badgers do return home 1 week from Saturday, taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes right here at Camp Randall Stadium. Coach is back a little bit later with the question of the week. Stay with us.
There is a boy who likes tractors and trains, a boy whose heart was far too strained. He was sick, you see, with a heart that broke. His heart needed fixing, his family needed hope. Enter our doctors with their newfangled tests. Enter our teams whose care is the best. Healthy and happy, the little boy's back, playing with tractors and trains on his track. UW Health and the American Family Children's Hospital. Remarkable.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
Wisconsin football has a long tradition of brotherhood, most famously the Watts, more recently the Trotters, and now the Chenals bring brotherly love to the team.
And the handoff goes to John Chenal, the fullback, into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
Knowing that he worked that hard, it's just an inspiration to me, and just seeing that, like, as an older brother, it's just like, wow, I just ran over there, and it's just like, it's just excitement.
Exciting, sure, but also just enough fuel to keep their sibling rivalry alive and well.
Scooped up by Wisconsin at the 40 to the 45, and Leo Chenal is pulled down near midfield.
I'm going to try to get in the end zone too. Whether it's a pick six, fumble recovery, I'm always looking any way to score, any way to get our team points. That'd be nice.
He may go overboard just because that's the level of competition he brings, but I'm sure that'll drive him to say, oh no, he got me, now I'm going to go to this next level.
Sophomore John and freshman Leo have always taken competition to the next level.
Pick up basketball, we just like almost get in fights, like some fist fights, but you know, it's just really helped us, just the toughness of it, and like never being complacent, never getting lazy.
It's always back and forth, you know, jawing at each other. A lot of just big fights, you know, it's kind of more personal when it's your brother you're going against.
Working against each other all those years has helped make the brothers and even their teammates stronger.
Those dudes have they're just built differently. I don't know if you've seen them. So, and they're always playing competitions out with each other. John will go, and then Leo will look at his weight and slap 5 extra pounds on it.
I know they thought it was funny. Just Leo and I would do like a set of bench, and Leo would throw 2.5s on and try to do more than me and stuff. So Zach and JT, Chryst, they were kind of with us, and they thought it was pretty funny at first. But I think in the end it helped everyone just to see, you know, the level of competition it brings having someone there for you.
You can tell they've been competing as brothers the whole season, and John's talked about it to the team. Like, there's always that competition. I think we all need to have competition. I need to have competition with Noah at the other outside linebacker position, and competition just brings the best out of everyone.
Naturally, the Chenals have one goal in mind, and it has to do with competing with the other Badger brothers.
There's been a lot of really good people who look to that, you know, have a brother on a team that they're really good. They set a really good example for others, but you know, we just want to be the best. We're gonna work to be the best, and you know, help our team out however we can.
For the Badger Sports Report, I'm Eric Rilo.
Winter in Wisconsin, it's a time for going all the way up and throwing down. It's a time for discovering something cool and gathering somewhere warm. Whether you want to spend winter inside, outside, or both, there's something for everyone in Wisconsin.
The Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the highly recognized mark of distinction in college athletics across all divisions, both men's and women's sports. Follow your favorite team's pursuit for excellence in this prestigious annual award through thedirectorscup.com, USA Today, or L Directors Cup on Twitter. Learfield IMG College Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics since 1993.
The Badger Sports Report with Paul Chryst is presented by UW Health Sports Medicine, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org.
Time for this week's great question of the week. It comes from Sarah in Sparta. Wants to know, Coach, do you view the XFL as a good option for football players?
I do, and I think any time that there's an opportunity to continue to play, and you know, probably partial to it because, you know, one of my first jobs was in the World League of American Football, and it was another spring league, but I think it's great for players, you know, and Alive is got an opportunity to play in it, and you know what, he needs that. Here's a guy that missed, you know, kind of the lead up to training camp, and I think a guy that's good enough to play, and to be able to have a future in football. And so it gives them an opportunity there. Been around a number of players. When we were in the World League, you know, we probably had 8 to 12 of our players, you know, they just needed a little bit more work, and they went on to play, and a couple had long careers. You know, it's getting that opportunity. And I also think it's good for coaches. You know, there's a lot of talk about officiating now. It's great for officials. You know, I think any time that you can have a developmental league, it's good for the game. And I think, you know, this is a kind of a neat little balance between, you know, after college and you get into a camp and maybe you didn't, whatever the opportunity was, maybe it doesn't matter. You get another chance to continue to grow. You see it with offensive linemen a lot. You see it with quarterbacks, you know, defensive backs. I think it's tremendous.
All right, look forward to that coming up not long after the Super Bowl. As a matter of fact, those camps will get going and they'll be playing this late winter and on into spring. Sarah, thanks for your question. Remember, the Badgers are idle this coming Saturday. They're back in action a week from Saturday against Iowa. So next week we will turn our attention to Wisconsin basketball as Greg Gard's team gets ready to open the schedule with an exhibition game on Friday, November 1st. We'll get you caught up on all things Wisconsin hoops next week. We'll talk to you then. Thanks for watching.
Flu season. It'll get here before you know it. Good thing it's never too soon to get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Save yourself some worry and get your flu shot today. Plus, use your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Plus Perks card and you can save 20 cents a gallon on gas. There's no appointment necessary, so why wait for the flu to get you? Visit your Hy-Vee pharmacy and get your flu shot plus your 20-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver discount today. Some restrictions apply.
They are the ones who found a way to isolate a single prostate cancer cell hidden amongst a billion healthy blood cells. The ones pioneering advanced genomic testing in order to create personalized treatment protocols. They are the ones you want to talk to when the diagnosis is prostate cancer. They are the physicians and healthcare professionals at UW Health and the Carbone Cancer Center. UW Health. Remarkable.
Progress is an endless challenge. Here at the University of Wisconsin, we're a community of innovators in constant motion. We think on our feet, connect with each other, and hit our stride, pushing past limits. Progress is an endless challenge, but it is only those up to the challenge who change the game.